Hi, this is Scott with eTrailer. Today we're taking a look at and installing the B&W Hitch on our 2025 Kia Telluride. The Kia Telluride is a really popular and versatile vehicle. It's really nice with these that you can add a little bit of extra versatility with this and a little bit of capacity to maybe haul some bikes on the back or cargo carriers with a hitch on it. This B&W Hitch is really nice, high quality. B&W makes really high quality stuff. Has a really good finish on it. It's going to have a really nice powder coat finish on it. It's going to hold up for a long time to scratches, abrasion, the chemicals that they have on the roads in the winter. It's going to hold up really well. One thing I like about this one is that it is a hidden cross tube design. So the cross tube is hidden up behind your fascia, and the only thing you really see is your receiver hanging down below your vehicle. This hitch is going to have a 5/8 pin hole opening. That's going to hold in your accessories that you put on the back. This one will not come with a pin and clip, so you may want to pick one of these up here at eTrailer. Other than that, keep in mind a lot of your accessories will come with a pin and clip, or like your bike racks will have an anti-rattle pin that will come with that. For your safety chain loops, these are going to be a heavy-duty welded-on style. These are going to accept either your larger hooks or your S-style hooks will work with these as well. As far as our measurements go, from the center of the pinhole out to the edge of the bumper, we're looking at right at about 4 inches. With that measurement, you'll be able to decide if you have any accessories that fold up or stow away, if they'll make any contact with the back of your vehicle. Now, from the inner upper lip of the inside of our receiver to the ground, we are looking at right at around 13.5 inches. With that measurement, you'll be able to decide on how much clearance you need for your bike racks or your cargo carriers, if you will need any rise in the shank of either one of those. As far as weights go for this hitch, we're looking at a tongue weight rating of 750 pounds. That's going to be the weight of your accessories pushing down on the lower portion of your receiver itself. Now that's going to be the weight of your bike rack loaded down with all your bikes, or your cargo carrier loaded down with all of your gear. Now for a gross trailer weight rating, we're looking at 6,000 pounds. That's going to be the weight of your trailer and everything that you have loaded on that. Now keep in mind, it's always a good idea to take a look at your owner's manual and make sure you don't exceed any of your maximum towing capabilities listed in there. Now, if you have any questions or comments about this hitch for your Telluride, you can always leave a question and comment down below in the comment section, or you can get a hold of one of our experts here at eTrailer. They'd be glad to help you out. As far as installation goes, this one really isn't too bad. It's something you can definitely do yourself, but it's something you don't have time to do yourself, or you just don't have the tools or the location to do so. You can always take a look at our dealer locator and get something done for you locally. If it's something you feel like tackling yourself, stick around, watch our video, and we'll help you get it installed. To start our installation, I went ahead and got the spare tire out of the way. That's going to give us more room to install our hitch and make it a little bit easier for you guys to see. But now I have that out of the way, what I want to do is we're going to have this plastic underbody panel here, and it's going to have two 14mm plastic nuts up here. All I want to do is just get those broke loose. Don't want to put any upward pressure on those. After we have those loose, we're going to have 4 little pop clips along the bottom. Just want to get those popped out. Now, if this don't come down for you right away, just have a little downward pull lightly on the panel while you're breaking those loose. Then you can remove your panel and set it aside. We're going to need to lower our exhaust to give us some room on our other side. So what I need to do is I'm just going to take a cam buckle strap and just find a good place to get that mounted up. And I'm going to use that to hold my exhaust when I release my isolators. Now, to get our isolators off, we're going to have 3 of them we're going to want to remove. We're going to have this one back here. We're going to have one hidden around on our other side. Then we're going to have this one right back here we're going to want to remove. Now, to make that a little bit easier, what I like to do is have a little bit of soapy water, and I can just spray that. Kind of pull down on your exhaust. Work that soapy water into them isolators. And I'll do that to all of these. And when you wiggle them around like that, it's just going to work that soap in. my pry bar behind that and break that loose. With this back one popped off, it's the same thing. You can either use a pry bar or an isolator pliers to get that one backed off. With that, I'm just gonna hold up on my exhaust and I'm gonna let down on my cam buckle strap. That's gonna let my exhaust come down a little bit and give me a little bit of room to work with. What I like to do is we're gonna have our mounting locations underneath here. We're gonna have our weld nuts in our frame. Then we're gonna have our unthreaded holes up here. What I like to do is just take a little brush, just run them up inside of there, make sure we don't have a bunch of dirt, debris, or rust in there. I'll go through all of these holes. It just makes things a little bit easier to get our hardware installed. With everything done over on our vehicle side, we're gonna come over to our bench and we're gonna start building our hitch. What we wanna do is we're gonna have our side-specific arms for this, and just kind of look at your instructions and make sure you have those correct. Now it's gonna have this square in it. It may look like it goes down here, but actually it goes up here. So what I wanna do is just get my hardware started through. Get a couple bolts in there, and that's gonna get everything lined up. Then I'll start a nut on the back side of each one of those. And that's going to help hold that arm in place so I can get the rest of my hardware put in place. Just want to go ahead and snug it down. Now we'll just take our arm for our other side and we'll repeat the same steps and get this one put in place. With everything snugged down, we'll come back through and then torque down all of our hardware that we mounted onto our hitch to the specifications listed in our instruction manual. For our hardware, we're going to have these silver colored bolts in our kit. We're going to use a split washer and then a flat washer on top of that. I like to get all of my hardware together before I get my hitch lifted into place. So now what we're going to do with an extra set of hands, we're just going to get our hitch lifted into position and start in our hardware. I like to run one of them up as far as I can by hand. That's going to help hold our hitch into position so we can get the rest of our hardware in place. Now we're going to have these longer bolts, and they're going to go through the unthreaded holes in our frame. Just want to put a washer on, and we'll start from the outside of our frame and go in through our hitch. It can be a little tricky to get to go through, so you may have to work at them a little bit. You might even have to tap them a little bit to get them to go in. Little tap with a rubber mallet and they'll go right through. Put washers on, they come in our kit, and then we'll follow that up with our nylock nuts. And repeat that for all of our hardware on this side, and then we'll do the same on our other side of our vehicle. With all of our hardware put in place, I'll come back through and just snug down all of our hardware. It may be a little tricky to get at these, so I'm just going to use a wrench, and my driver, you can use a ratchet or whatever, but all we're doing right now is just getting these snug down. With everything snugged down, we'll come back through and torque down all of our hardware to the specifications listed in our instruction manual. Now keep in mind, you're going to have two different torque settings. You're going to have a torque setting for these lower ones and a different torque setting for these. Now with that, if you don't have a torque wrench, you can pick one up here at eTrailer, or you can take a look at your local auto parts store. You should be able to rent one there. With everything torqued down, we'll come back through, get our exhaust put back in place, our underbody panel, and then our spare, and that'll do it for our installation of our B&W hitch on our 2025 Kia Telluride. I'm Scott with eTrailer, and thanks for watching.